Hey, it's Jacob, back on another video. This video I want to show off basically the attacks, the best attacks that are very misconcepted or very ambiguous. So these are the top misconcepted attacks. There are a lot of them in this game. So basically what I'm talking about is negative attacks that they are negative, but if used right, they become very effective and seem like they're plus on block. So a lot of people always talk about like some attacks, they are negative, but they still get hit after, they still find themselves getting counter hit after blocking the attack and trying to, you know, like pressure them back because they feel like it's their turn to hit. But you know, it's very, very misconcepted. So I'm gonna go over the characters that have the best misconcepted attacks. So Laura is definitely one of the candidates, the top candidates for having the best misconcepted attacks. So first I'm gonna go over heavy punch. So heavy punch, it is very minus on block, but you know, if the opponent sets it up right, if the lower player sets it up the right way and basically throws out in a very time that you don't really expect it coming, you will find yourself reacting too late to the attack. It is -2 on block, but if you react too late, she will get the jab on you and get a counter combo or jab into elbow if you don't react fast enough. So it's a very, you have to press it right away. Now I'm setting the AI to do it right away, but you can't really set the AI to do like a late jab. But what it would look like is basically this. Oh no, I set up the right. So what it would look like is this. So you know, Laura will do this like that, and then go into elbow. If you don't react, because usually you expect Laura to do medium punch. You know, medium punch is +2. But sometimes when you throw the heavy punch out, you don't expect it coming. So you know, you find yourself either pressing the button too early, because it does put you a lot of blocks on as well. That's another thing about attacks. You know, there's a lot of attacks that put you in a lot of blocks done. So you're pressing the button, but it won't come out. So you have to really time your buttons, or you will get hit. So it's one of those attacks. Alright, another well-known attack. You know, this is very well known. It's her medium kick. So Laura's medium kick is -2 on block. Everybody knows that. You know, if she does it too close, it's minus on block. But if she spaces it out right, then you will get counter hit trying to press a jab. You would have to press the right button in the sequence. So based on what Laura will do after that, it becomes more like a 50-50 from here. If the lower player notices that you're pressing jab after it, you know, since it's, you know, -2, you know, you try to press a button and you get countered. So these are basically the attacks that frame data won't really help you, because you have to experience the attack in game to basically know what to do against it, because it's kind of, you know, it's misconcepted. No one really knows exactly, you know, what the hell to do against it. Very confusing attack. I won't really say too misconcepted, but it's just very confusing. Alright. So, what else? Okay, so another attack is her Thunderclap. Her Thunderclap is -5 on block, so it is punishable. You can do jab into cannon drill, jab into cannon strike, you know, critical art. So it is punishable on block. -5 is punishable. So, but if you time the Thunderclap on someone's wake up, you can get up to +8 on block. So right there, it becomes very plus on block, up to +8. I was told that it can go almost up to +8 on block. And if you know, you're a good Laura player, you could time, you know, when it's your turn to grab them or something. It is kind of hard to practice with, but any skilled Laura player can, you know, catch you trying to press the button after it, or time it very well. Yeah, very brutal attack to deal with. So make sure you're always getting up against Laura. I'll say that. Never just sit there, because then it's even worse for you if you try to sit there. Anytime Laura does something, you don't want to sit still. Like, it's very rare you want to just stand still and do nothing. Alright. So yeah, that's very bad to deal with. So you kind of just have to hold the mix-up after that and guess right. Yeah. I'm trying to grab, see if I could grab the jab. But you could grab a jab. It's just I'm not timing it right. So those are like the top 3 attacks that I always have trouble with. I mean, I understand them now, but they are very troubling. So that's it for Laura. So I'm gonna go over another character. Okay, so his crouching fierce is -2 on block, but if spaced out right, which you don't really have to work on spacing out, you can kind of space out anywhere, and a crouching jab won't really reach, and he can just get the counter off of you most of the time. So if you do attempt to press the button after, you will get counter hit. He has a lot of options depending on what you do after the crouching fierce. So you have to be very careful what you're gonna do after that. Alright. So yeah, that's one of the attacks a lot of people are confused by, or just have trouble dealing with because of the basically you have to know your spacing. You have to know Rashid's spacing. The fact that you have to work on knowing Rashid's spacing with the crouching fierce and what he can do after is kind of like, you know, annoying. So you know, frame data won't help you with this. It's gonna kind of, you know, mess you up. One of those attacks. There's a lot of attacks like that in this game. It's just that most I want to pick out the best attacks that are like that. Alright. I mean, I won't consider this as, I mean, it could be if spaced out really well, but it was really nerfed now, so it's punishable on block. Yeah. Yeah, it's punishable on block. Even his tornadoes are kind of weird. Depending on, like, you know, what you do. If your opponent blocks one hit of the tornado, he can press a button. But if he blocks like 2, I believe like he can't. It's very weird, something like that. Yeah, very weird. Obviously, that's always gonna be plus. I'm just not pressing the button right away, probably. Am I? I don't know if I'm not pressing the button right away. It is plus on block, yeah. Yeah, it's plus on block. But it's not really one of those attacks that's kind of misconcepted. I mean, even this could be kind of misconcepted because that can be spaced out to make him safe. And then V-trigger, he can make it a plus on block. Yeah, it is plus on block. I don't know if I'm not doing it right. Yeah. Very weird. Cause it can go plus or negative sometimes, and sometimes it's very wonky depending on the situation. So a lot of the opponents just tend to just not, you know, test the attack and just block. Or some people do tend to test the attack as well. And you it's kind of a guess. Because you don't really know what's going to happen after that. So very misconcepted. Alright. Go over the next character. I was going to go over Balrog because of the turn punch, but that frame data will help you with that. So I was gonna go over Balrog because his turn punch can go from -2 to +7 on block. Right. another character that has misconcepted attacks. I'm saying it's the best because basically if you tend to just try to block it, you get put in a 50-50 situation, and that can kind of cost you the game or not. Alright, so I was going to go over Balrog just because that his turn punch, even though it's negative on block, that will help you though. The frame data does help you with that. There are so if you read the frame data about Balrog's turn punch, a lot of people don't really know this. So Balrog's turn punch can go from -2 on block to +7 on block, depending on how long he holds it. So you hear him say 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's the main 4 is that the main turn punches that people use. No one's gonna go higher than that because that's just too long holding the button. So the most I've been hit by is 4 a lot. So 4 is +1 on block, and he could counter at you. And if you get hit by it, you can cancel the V trigger and get a lot of damage off of it. So it's not misconcepted because frame data will help you with that attack. Alright, so I'm gonna go over Urien's forward medium punch. So Urien's forward medium punch is -2 on block. If he medias it, it is plus, but the problem is that people know that if Urien medias it, it's plus on block. So sometimes they get hit by a plus forward medium punch, but they don't really know if it's negative or not. If Urien just throws it out, you could kind of tell, that he mediated because you can see like the last frame hitting, but no one can react that easily to, a split second of seeing that an attack is media or not. So, but if he just throws it out, like Urien is throwing it out multiple times, it is negative on block. But some people would just sit there and just hold the mix-up after, and that kind of is a problem, because if you get hit by overhead, you can go into V-trigger and destroy you. If you get hit by low, you go into a headbutt and you just get knocked down, and you can just do another setup on you. Or wait for you to DP and then just crush you and then put you into more of a blunder. So it's one of those attacks that a lot of people don't really like respect too much. Basically, I'll say a lot of people respect that attack too much, and you gotta interrupt it. Obviously, if me is plus, and you can combo it. Not really a Urien player, but yeah. I know that that's plus on block. There, you see. And if you meet it, you can combo it, and then you can just get more into like a setup, which is really annoying. And the problem is he has a medium punch that's +2 as well, so it's kind of weird. So you have to kind of tell the difference between the medium attack and the forward medium attack. His fierce is pretty understandable. Frame data will help you with that. His fierce can go from -2 to +2. So if you charge all the way, it's +2 on block. If he just throws it out, it's negative. Some people don't react right away because, either he spaces it out a little too far, so it doesn't matter. They try to attempt to press the button. Nothing will really happen because it got a lot of pushback, so neither Urien can whiff punish you or you can do anything about it. Yeah, so it's very, very good, basically. So I just want to go over like the top misconcepted attacks, basically it. And I never done a video like this, so I hope it's a good video. I hope you guys like the video. Hope you guys appreciate it, because I know the top players, if the high-low players, if you guys watching this, I know that you guys know most of the stuff, but for the beginners type players, or the not too beginners but they want to understand the game more, they don't really know this stuff. And even to top players, it can be annoying. They even know that how annoying some of these attacks are, because if you don't expect it to come in, you won't react fast enough and you get hit. So you guys got any other attacks that you feel like that are more important to talk about, that are negative but very misconcepted, you can tell me in the comment section below. I'll respond to you. This is what I feel like the most misconcepted attack that I get hit by. I even mentioned Balrog too. So yeah, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe for more videos, and that I'm out. Goodbye.